What is up, guys? Mcdoubles back here with a brand new video, and today we're going to be checking out the BARD for the last time this week on Duskhaven Vanilla Plus. What we're going to be doing today is checking out both the healing and the DPS specs, play it throughout some dungeons, give you guys more updates on what's going down, show you guys the fixed bugs with the class, and ultimately, once again, I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoy the video, though. Let's jump right in. Okay, so in my last video, we played the BARD for the very first time. We went through the entire starter zone. We discovered the fact that you guys let me know in the comment section. We were actually going through a Witcher 3 quest port into World of Warcraft for that BARD starter experience. It was a whole lot of fun, and I really can't wait for you guys to try it too. We discovered a couple bugs, but we discovered some awesome stuff about the BARD, like all the awesome ability icons based after Rift, sound effects based after League of Legends, everything based after any kind of BARD you can get from any game at all. We played some BARD music, and we journeyed along the way, all the way into Stormwind before finally ending the video after our very first dungeon, where we did, obviously, as I said, encounter some bugs. But in this video, those bugs have been fixed. We're going to be trying a healer spec, and we're going to be trying the DPS spec in this video and leveling this guy a lot more. And guys, also, let me just make sure that you guys know this as well. I was rushing, and I didn't even pay too much attention to this, which is funny because before we even got access, everybody that did get access to this had to say, hey, we paid attention and we read everything, and I just clicked it. Yo, I didn't even freaking read everything. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, that's how I got through college, bro. Like, I don't even know how to explain this to you guys, but like, I just literally don't even have to read stuff, and I still pass. It shows you how easy it is in life, you know? But anyway, here's how it goes. Crine told us yesterday-ish, welcome to the BARD playtest. We're going to be going over some rules and guidelines, blah, blah, blah. That's literally how I read it in my mind. And then I skipped down. Week 1 of the playtest. Dwarves only. Max level is 25. So I can't get past 25, and I was told by Crine, I believe, that the abilities stop being given to you at, like, level 20. So there's really no reason to go past 20 once you've tested what you want to test. So this is week 1, obviously. And week 2, we're going to be able to play the undead. And then week 3, you can play whatever you want, and you can go to level 60, so that's what we're going to be doing the entire time all the way through this month. And so we're going to be sporadically putting out more BARD videos as the week and new stuff comes out for us to play BARD with, and otherwise we're going to be doing other stuff. So this will be the last look I'm going to be giving you guys of the BARD for now, before moving on to the undead next week-ish, whatever that means, right? So just something to keep in mind, right? So what I want to do to start this video out is just start jumping into some dungeons. We're going to go healer, going to go DPS, going to play it all out, give some commentary on it, and hope you guys like it. Okay, guys, let's start off with some healing now that the spells work properly. Ragefire Chasm, okay. We've got some quests at the very beginning. Slaying the Beast, okay. I like that as well. So as far as I am currently aware, to the degree in which I'm allowed to talk about, Duskhaven is about to get really crazy. Some really good news, guys. I just don't know exactly what I'm allowed to say, but in terms of like server infrastructure and stuff, we are in for a treat on this server. I also heard that they're willing to make PvP good again, and that would be really nice to hear as well. So, okay, we've got Anthem of Glory. And we can start healing properly as well. Let me change my keybinds around. So some things have changed from my last video. So for example, the AoE kind of like wild growth effect now has a cast time, and it works. And Coda of Restoration, because Squidlegs told me, he's another content creator, he told me that you can actually break this right now by utilizing Glyph of Healing Touch, which is working with Coda of Restoration, making it instant cast and just way stronger. So now I've got an instant cast Coda, and as you can also see, it's properly giving me invigorated souls as well. So that's a really big deal, because ultimately, if we can pop that, we're going to be able to get an extra hot effect off the Coda of Restoration, or extra mana off Motif of Regeneration. So you can see it right there. It is working properly. Everybody has the Motif on them. I do like that. There is a range on it, though, so you have to make sure to be close to everybody you want it to be on. Right, there we go. We put Anthem of Glory back on. Went ahead and put up Fanfare of Knowledge as well, 3% more critical strike damage. And we've got a Tauren Warrior tank right now. Let's go ahead and get that Motif of Regeneration to give me mana just to try that. So let's see. There we go, replenishment effect. Wowza, dude. I cannot believe it. Otherwise, I could just keep spamming this. I'm not gonna lie, he's taking a decent amount of damage, but that was a massive pull, so really big. Really big props as well. I do like the big pulls, right? But I gotta make sure that I can actually keep these people alive. 121 crit, and then you can actually see the Virtuoso Coda of Restoration buff. Taking 27s right now, not too bad. Now, we are level 19. We've only got 6 more relevant levels to go, and I do like that. Originally, I thought I could go straight to 60 in a relevant way. I think theoretically I can, but you quit learning new abilities at level 20 is what I've been told, because they're staggering it out each week, and it won't be till the last week that getting to level 60 is relevant at all. So this does give me a little bit of like a break to my plan, because I was going to go hard. I was going to do a 20-hour power session, get this guy to 60, and the reason you guys got a random Koa video yesterday was exactly because I found out that I couldn't do that. So I'm thinking we finish up week 1's testing of the Bard with this video just by getting it to 25. Give some final thoughts on it. Maybe go over what they're talking about in the Bard Discord as well, since that's pretty exclusive and not everybody can see that right now. And then get back to just doing other content, you know? Today is also going to be the day I do my very last episode of my Elder Scrolls Oblivion series, which I played for fun. I really enjoyed that. I knew it was going to be the way it was going to be in terms of views, but I just didn't care, you know what I mean? To the degree that it's relevant for me not to care, I guess I should say. But for people asking me, like, did you enjoy it and stuff like that? Yeah, I 100% enjoyed it. Actually, my Anthem of Glory keeps turning off. That's interesting. I don't know if you guys are noticing that. Now, I know they're going to end up remaking the Anthem of Glory. Actually, it looks like they may have already started. If you see now, Anthem of Glory seems to be a temporary buff. I don't have the mana to keep going, but it looks like it's already been changed. But yeah, to those people that are wondering, did I enjoy the Oblivion series? Am I disappointed? The answer is yes and no. So we'll see if we do other stuff in the future. Ultimately, I knew if I was ever going to do more stuff with that game, I wanted to beat the game one more time. And I thought, well, if you're going to take all the hours, because Oblivion's a long game, right? If you're going to take all the hours to beat the game, you might as well put it on the channel. Why not? So there's that. If you're still interested, you can check that out. But anyway, we should really pay attention to this, because it looks like they've already put in the changes to a degree. I might not have the patch, you know, I might have to check for a new patch Z. To where Anthem of Glory and Defiance and Conquest are no longer auras, but on-use abilities now. So, for example, boom, and yeah, only 9 seconds of more armor value. I think it's already been changed. I really do think it's already been changed, guys. So I'm going to check for a new patch Z after this, actually. I prefer this because, as you can see, we're cycling between the songs and we're constantly giving people new buffs. I mean, movement speed's not exactly helping that much, but also it looks like we're doing a full clear going up on Ogleflint right now. There we go. Coda of Glory. Give him some armor or possibly even damage reduction at this point. Go for the motif of regeneration as well. Nice. Build up some invigorated souls. Grats to you, Zorbert, for dinging. I hope I ding in this run. That'd be nice. So far, so good, guys. So far, so good. So, do I get the shield now? Let's go Anthem of Glory as soon as I get the mana for it, because I think I have all the souls I need to get off an empowered effect. No, I didn't see a shield on it. We'll have to figure it out, guys. I'm going to check for that patch Z, like I said, but things are definitely a lot different. As long as my heals are working, and they are, I think we're good to finish this dungeon with little gripe and little problems. I could go for an Anthem of Conquest, just to make everybody run faster so we can get through this dungeon. I feel like Bard is going to be so lit at max level, dude. You're going to be able to make people run faster. You're going to be able to support them in a really unique way. I mean, this is like literally the class for me. Now, a lot of you guys were talking about how a lot of the icons have been taken from Rift. I really do hope that you guys are coming at it from the same perspective as me, though. You're like, yeah, that happened, and you move on, because like, where else are they supposed to get stuff? It's a private server, not their own game. They have to take things from other versions of WoW and I guess other games. That's kind of what makes this so unique and different. They have the ability to make things happen, but they don't have like hired artists, you know, like drawing everything uniquely on their own. I think it looks wonderful. I'm very happy with it. There we go. Anthem of Conquest again. Motif of regeneration. I love this. Like, actually, it heals so nicely with these two abilities right now. And ultimately, even if Coda was not instant cast and I didn't have it bugged out with that glyph, it would still be perfectly fine. Part of the reason I'm using this glyph is so they know to change it, actually, when it goes into release mode. Also, one thing to keep in mind for the talents at the moment, although this is planned to be changed, is what I've heard, but balance talents and restoration talents work with your spells. So I've been trying to figure that out, but basically, like, Starlight Wrath, reducing the cooldown of Wrath, works with Power Chord. You can see it's a 0.98 second cast. Also, I've got 10% more healing done over time, and of course that works for my Motif of Regeneration and my Virtuoso proc at the end. Warlock just summoned a giant guy. I need to play Warlock on this server, dude. Every single time I see a Warlock do their thing, I get excited personally. And you know what? I think I'm actually kind of, what's the word? Like, shook? Like, I'm kind of, like, traumatized, because I played Turtle WoW's Warlock, and it was just a vanilla Warlock with almost nothing extra, and I regretted it badly, because I went on a 1-month journey, and I'm trying to show you guys custom content, and there was almost nothing custom about that class. So I think I've been just really anti-Warlock for that reason for a long time. But maybe we should give up the prejudice and the bias and just try it. So maybe that'll be my next DPS class. Ultimately, if what's going to happen to Duskhaven is going to happen to them, like some insider knowledge I know, this might be the real main server to be on for a bit. It really just comes down to, is Ascension going to do anything relevant? Because Epoch still has some time before it comes out. You got to remember that. Same with Azeroth at War. So people are asking themselves right now, what server am I supposed to be playing when most of the stuff that's super duper crazy is not coming out for 3 months? Well, Duskhaven's definitely right up there, especially with the server infrastructure stuff I was kind of alluding to. Ascension's been kind of boring, and Koa's, you know, interesting. One thing I will say about Koa, just so you guys know, we went through their community posts and stuff, and they said how 25% of the game is done, but he told me he was referring very specifically to the talent trees. They are 25% done. That is a big difference, although it just kind of, I wanted to ask him, if I'm honest with you. I wanted to be like, is it coming out in 2024 still, though? Because that was my prediction, and if that's still true, then I'm pretty much still right there. But if it's going to come out this year, then hey, that's a big deal, and we should all get ready for that. I'll put up a screenshot of them showing me what the Dragonflight talents are going to look like. It's probably also in the Conquest of Azeroth Discord. It doesn't look bad. It looks pretty interesting. But I do share a lot of your sentiments towards Koa, and so I know exactly how people feel about that right now. I kind of knew it before I put out the video, but that's kind of why I put out the video. And then the last game to talk about would be Turtle WoW, right? But everybody knows Turtle WoW is doing fine. It's just a completely different type of game. It's slower, it's a journey-based game, and it's fully progressed. And that does take something away from it a little bit, in my honest opinion, but it's still an amazing-ass game. I did enjoy Turtle WoW overall, just didn't enjoy playing Warlock on it. All right, we're almost done with this dungeon, guys. If we can commentate while healing on it, I think the healing is pretty much good. You know what I mean? Like, that's a big litmus test for the healing capabilities of the Bard. Can you relax on it, basically, is what I'm trying to say, and still compete? So one of my recommendations to Nox was actually going to be, can we get a play music spell? I might have mentioned that towards the end of my last video, but I wanted this spell because I told him I just want to play the Bard music all the time when I play a Bard. There's literally no moment when I'm playing a Bard that I want to listen to regular World of Warcraft music. And he said, yeah, that's totally possible. So I think we're going to get a play music spell. It has no relevance other than the fact that it plays different Bards, you know, music tunes, right? To mimic you yourself as a bard playing that. Okay, there we go. We actually completed this. Okay, so 2 people left, and I'm staying with this guy. No, I don't need a drink. But basically, I wanted to tell you guys about some stuff I found out about what the animations are going to end up looking like. Some of you guys already predicted it, whether you realized it or not, but you maybe did. And that's that they're going to end up taking the animation of the undead guy playing a guitar in that, you know, fake World of Warcraft band. I could put a, you know, screenshot up right now. They're going to take that animation and make you use that animation when you cast spells. Similarly, I'm pretty sure they found another one for dwarves, and they're going to do that as well. So they're going to actually allow you to play your weapons, basically, when you're utilizing your Bard class, and that's a really big deal, and that's what we're all waiting for right now when it comes to, you know, making it wait till the end of the month as opposed to the beginning of the month like we all originally thought. If they get it right, I think it might be one of the most ambitious and crazy cool things ever. And honestly, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. I was actually surprised Conquest of Azeroth didn't have a Bard. Like, I never thought about it that much at all. And then I'm like playing this. I go back to Koa. I'm looking at 21 classes. I'm like, wait, why is there no Bard in Conquest of Azeroth? If you think about it, it should exist, like 100%. Chanting Blade, I don't want that. So I was actually super surprised by that. Like, this is the only server possibly of all time that's gonna have a Bard class on it. That's what makes it really, really interesting. There we go, guys. Level 20. Maybe we have some new spells. Let's go check it out. GG to these guys. Okay, yeah, so level 20, I believe, is when I was told that you get your final spells right now, and this is what I'm gonna get. The Wanderer's Minuet. I'm probably not saying that right. Increase nearby party members' health or crit by 1%, stackable up to 3 times for 20 seconds after proccing Virtuoso. Wow. So you want to constantly proc that Virtuoso from utilizing your spells, and I guess it's going to be health if you're a healer, or crit if you're DPS. That's my guess. Let's train that. And then we get Fanfare of Vigor. Plays a fanfare that reduces silence and interruption effects by 20%. Okay, so that's going to be just like my knowledge one, just a buff. And then we have rest and relaxation. Restore nearby party members' mana and health by 2% every second for 10 seconds. Wow. Okay, well, I'm going to go for that. Nice. We've got everything I think you can get right now, although we will check before we end the video. Okay, that is rest and relaxation. So you just kneel and you just start giving this buff to everybody around you. This is Fanfare of Vigor. So it's about what you would expect, Arcane Intellect effect. Same thing like the other one, but you have 2 big old buffs now that are also very, very unique. Okay, I really like this so far. Let's keep leveling and playing the Bard. All right, guys, let's try DPSing with the Bard and round it out with that. Since not much else is supposed to be changing between now and 25, I feel like if we just DPS with the Bard, get the feel for it, see if it's fun, compare the DPS, I think we'll be in a pretty good spot to wait till the next phase of the Bard changes in the Bard beta. All right, guys, back into the Dead Mines, this time as a DPS. Let's make it happen. Okay, so far I'm actually in first place DPS, spamming Power Chord and the Rift, and it looks like Power Chord is scaling really well right now. It's doing a lot more damage. That could be a change based on recommendations from the Discord. They've got some guys in there that are really going hard on it, and I appreciate it, because personally, I couldn't do it right now. But they're over there with the number crunching and stuff, really trying to make this perfect for you guys. So, I mean, you really got to give them some props. Like Q-Tips, for example. I think he's basically the only main one. There's other ones, of course, but I think he's the main one. So, yeah, so far, so good. We are definitely pumping with this. But let's just get to the bosses and see how we do on each of the bosses. Ultimately, we don't have any AoE yet. I don't know if we'll ever get any on the Bard. I assume we'll get something. But let's just wait for the bosses and see how we do. All right, first boss. Can we come in first place DPS? I really hope so. Go for the Rift right now. I still don't fully understand what Rift is supposed to do. And at this point, I've come to the conclusion that they probably just don't know what they're saying with the tooltip, right? Because what it looks like to me is that Rift is like arcane missiles. That's how it's functioning, right? But in the tooltip, there's some implication of giving you increased damage. So it's all over the place in that regard. But hey, we came in first place DPS and it wasn't even close. You can see the Virtuoso proc effect right there. Big damage off that. So, okay, let's go for the second boss now. All right, Sneed Shredder. Can we come in first place DPS on the Bard with this? Going for the Rift to start. Big DPS. Virtuoso proc in a second, I can only imagine. Oh, no, it's already on him. Nice. Look at this DPS, dude. It's not even close. It's not even close. I'm not getting Missile Barrage procs anymore, by the way. So, in the first video, we were getting Missile Barrage procs. It looks like that was removed. I'm sure it might come back at some point. I think they might even work for talents on this guy. Like, he might have his own talent tree. I don't know. At the very bare minimum, the Druid talents will have some genuine synergy. Probably like the Disc Priest talents do for the Melee Priest. And that would be fine if that's how it was. So we're super duper in first place right now. Gonna kill Sneed very soon with the Power Chord proc. Bad is gonna die. But it's okay. No, he's just gonna live. Nope, he died. Okay, rest in peace, bro. I'm so sorry. Okay, another first place DPS finish with the DPS Bard. Let's go for the next boss. Okay, and this is Gilnid with the exact same stuff going on. I am just dominating everybody in terms of DPS. I'm way ahead of the pack right now. So I don't know if Bard is OP or not, but it's definitely really fun to play. I'll give it that. And I say I don't know if it's OP because I just don't know if like 2 mages are a proper thing to compare it to. A mage at this level is really, really weak compared to most classes anyway. But hey, it could be OP. I'll definitely give the feedback. We'll see. Okay, and this is General Sweet. We did not kill the cannon. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, God. I'm gonna make sure I heal myself. Heal the tank. Heal the tank. Heal the tank. Come on, tank. You've got this. We should have killed the cannon, bro. Oh, God. Okay. We just barely survived, dude. Holy crap. I do love being a hybrid, right? Wait, this freaking cannon still needs to die. Okay, it's dead. Now, think hard about this, guys. Despite the fact that I had to go into a healing stance for a second, I still came in first place DPS with this. Low-level Bard is pumping, dude. All right, Mega Pull, Captain Greenskin. Skipped a couple of them because they was the same old result. You know, we're dominating right now. Let's go ahead and do the riff into the armor with the Anthem of Glory. Pop the Power Chord. That's the Virtuoso proc off that as well. More power chords. Like, when do you cast Rift? That's the thing. Like, at least when the Missile Barrage was popping up, I think that's how it's going to end up working out, you know? I think it's going to be like power chord spam into the Missile Barrage proc into the Rift, and you basically only riff when you get the Missile Barrage proc. They're going to have to make it make sense, because currently, you could just riff all you wanted, and it really wouldn't make a difference. By the way, first place DPS, what can I say? It's not a skill thing, guys. It's just Bard right now at this level. So many classes don't get good stuff until later on. Like, I was talking to these guys, like the Frost Mage doesn't get something good till 50. The Tank Discipline Priest doesn't get their mana regen problem sorted out until like 42, I think it was. Something like that. And so it's just like a series of stuff like that, and then there's just me dominating with Power Chord, one ability basically. Like, if you look at my damage breakdown, it really is just Power Chord. Riff is in there, but for no real reason. So it is what it is, I guess. Wait, Pet Cage? Yo, I just took that before somebody could snipe it from me. Summons your trainer upon usage. What the hell does that mean? Oh, I just have a green wing macaw now. Okay, I'll take that. Apparently I have a tree frog too. I forgot that I had that. Nice. Okay, we're getting pets, guys. Okay, one more boss to go. It's just Van Cleef himself. And let me say, after doing the Epoch version of Dead Mines, it is a big contrast. You know, the Epoch version is superior to the original version. 100%, right? So that's what I keep thinking about while I'm in here. But in terms of testing the Bard, yeah, this is pretty freaking amazing. I really can't wait to play this with the animations. Okay, Van Cleef, let's go. Spamming the Power Chord. Into the Rift. They polyed one of the Blackguards. Pretty nice. Keep on the Van Cleef himself. Very, very nice riff as well. I mean, I'm over here commentating this as if it's actually going to be a hard boss fight. We all know we're going to win, right? It's just a matter of how ahead am I going to be compared to everybody else on the DPS charts because I'm playing Bard. Let's make sure that we don't take damage. Oh, I literally just did so much damage that Van Cleef is aggroing me and not the tank. and it's not the tank's fault at all. I mean, look at the damage breakdown. There we go. GG, that's dead mines, guys. DPS Bard, I will take it. Okay, so both specs play really well. All of the sound effects are working right now on the power chord and the riff. I really like that. Sounds like Sona, right, from League of Legends. We've gone over that. I think Bard's in a really good place. You know, the only thing I would really keep in mind, and I'll put it in the Discord, or at least I'll message Nox maybe, is this idea of, like, what does riff do? But I have to see what happens in phase 2 to really know if they've already got it sorted out or not. And by the way, like I said, everything I've seen in the Discord is really, really high quality suggestions right now. I really don't feel like they need my words, you know what I mean? I only actually give advice when I feel like people need me because they're just making horrible decisions. But I'm not doing it because I think I'm better or something like that, you know? So, I mean, these guys feel like they've got it all under control. I feel like they do too. So, I just kind of want to see what they come up with, you know? And what the other testers give as suggestions and what gets implemented. That's really what I'm looking forward to. Like I said, when it comes to Duskhaven, I've definitely taken a step back recently. You know, when the server first came out, I was giving advice all the time. I was getting classes changed literally based on exactly what I said they should do all the time. And then I was like, you know what? You need to relax, you know? Not just for other people's sake or something like you're doing something wrong, because I don't think I was, but because I was exhausted, to be real with you. I just wanted to play, you know? I didn't want to have to worry about giving commentary on what to fix. I think it's been a common theme, unfortunately, the last few months on my channel, for me to be constantly giving suggestions on what to do better because things are not necessarily in the best of places, and that makes things a little bit more negative than I'd like them to be. I think some of you guys don't like that, but again, like, I'm not doing it for any other reason other than the fact that I'm observing something and I'm commentating on it. And when things are awesome and happy, you get awesome and happy McDoubles, and when things are not, you get mildly less happy McDoubles with the occasional criticism. That's about it, you know what I mean? All right, we can't loot Cookie until we kill that Defias Squall Shaper. I can solo this guy, so I'm just gonna go for it. Should be easy with the riffs. One little Discipline Priest power word shield on me as well seems to help. Yeah, he's dead. GG, guys. Cookie Stirring Rod. I'm gonna greed on that. Don't really care. Let's go ahead and go back to Stormwind, man. We are done. Okay, so like I said, apparently the max level for the Bard test is 25, but I've been told by a developer that the last ability you get is at 20, so there's really no reason to go any further than this. We know what it's like so far, and I gotta say, it's pretty good. I want to see more abilities, though. I can't wait for more tests. Let's go ahead real quick, and let's just go over here to the Duskhaven Discord, take a look at some of the suggestions being made for Bard, and if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comment section below. But this is really where it gets down to, like, Q-tips coming in hot, right? So you can see a majority of the messages are just him, like, hyper-analyzing the numbers, which somebody has to do. It's really the most important part, so genuinely appreciate that, right? So some things, for example, the Wanderer's Loot, probably going to get nerfed. It has a really high base damage, really nice stats, even at a really low level, right? Like, this is a level 3 version, and that's like, what? Like a level 20 staff almost or something with, like, slightly less stats. I mean, it's pretty insane. Of course, I told you guys in my last video, Q-tips is the one that had the Anthem suggestion that is currently in the process of being implemented based on what we saw in this video. They gave some suggestions about, like, the whole Bard set that you might recognize from just playing the game, and how maybe the Bard should end up, when they come out of the whole starter quester zone area, right? Maybe they have the full Bard set, or they have a chance to get the Bard set as a drop from mobs. I think that's a really, really good idea as well. Very thematic and very flavorful. Now, Nox did end up going for the Anthem change, and he ended up doing my suggestion of a 30-second cooldown for everything. So Nox did end up going with the Anthem change per Q-tips' request, but he did it slightly differently than how Q-tips suggested. First of all, he did my 30-second for everything cooldown. I do like that. He did a movement speed buff, which is what Q-tips said. He did 5% crit, though, with Anthem of Glory, instead of 10% damage reduction, which is interesting. And then he does Anthem of Defiance, just doing resistance, but on a 30-second cooldown, it lasts 10 seconds, and that's pretty good as well. Apparently, it's up as high as 120 resistance, and so they're saying even 60 would be fine. I think that's probably correct. And based on them linking the glyph I was talking about in this video, it looks like to me that that's part of what ended up breaking the Arcane Missile proc thing. So, okay, all this will get fixed, but it just gives you an idea. You can pause and look at this conversations, but it's not like it's deep and, like, you know, super down low stuff. It's just what we're working on right now, trying to make this work. Quest suggestions, bugs that we see, stuff like that. It's not even really me. I'm not even doing that much. Like I said, I'm letting other people do it, and I'm just gonna see what happens at the end of it all, right? We'll wait for phase 2. But okay, guys, quick video on what's going down with the Bard right now. Listen, it's super fun. We tried DPS, we tried healing, we tried it with less bugs in this video, and I'm really, really into it right now. But, of course, the next major thing is gonna be week 2, where they're gonna actually have the undead be play testable, and we're gonna play test that and see how that works. Maybe the animations will be working at that point as well, the special ones, and I'm excited for it. If you guys enjoyed this video, short one on the Bard, make sure to give it a like and subscribe. Major thanks to all the members on my channel. Love and appreciate you guys, but I'll see all of y'all in the next one. Mcdoubles out.